Hey, brethren. Today is January 11th. Wow. 1/11/2022. This is a pivotal mark, symbolic mark in the nation today. I'm going to tell you 1/11. Holy Spirit, 1/11. Now, the wicked side of that would be carelessness. There is such carelessness in this world. I'm going to tear up and cry here because there's a lot of carelessness within the remnant as well, which is why there is a division. And this is another reason I'm covering my head tonight. I was actually this day, AM, grand rising on that. So I'm teary. My head is covered today right now because I've braided up my hair. I've actually trimmed, not just trimmed, I mean chopped my hair. Chopped. I've been chopping a lot. Every about 3 weeks to a month and a half, I've been chopping my hair. I have to get rid of all of the dead ends. And these dead ends now are not dead ends just in my hair. It's actually my lineage, my life, what I've been through. Give me 1 second here. 1 second, okay? My actual lineage of my life. I'm gonna cry right here in front of you guys. I'm so raw and real, and you guys know that. That's probably the reason why I've been separated off and on with my marriage, because when he met me, he knew the spiritual side, but he didn't really know I really meant. That's first and foremost. Like, I really don't enjoy walking in the flesh. The only time that I'm in the flesh, you see in the scriptures, and I'm kind of all over the place for a moment, but bear with me because I'm actually getting back to what needs to be said. It's all goes together. In the scriptures it says that when a husband and wife, when they lay down together, right, the bed is not defiled. However, that is the one time they become one. One, not just, now there's a huge spiritual feeling that happens. And I'm saying that personally, coveted marriages, I'm telling you personally. There is a lot of disdain, I'm going to say, and disrespect for marital arrangements. There's different type of marital arrangements. There are some sisters that work on getting brethren, husbands and wives, married in the Lord with a ring. There are some of us that don't do the ring as of this moment, but covenant before the Most High. So, and Yahusha and the Holy Spirit all in one. And so there's a very big controversy between that. I'm bringing this up because I'm at the point where I want to just say exactly what's on my mind. Exactly what's on my mind. And it doesn't matter who receives it or who doesn't. I would like a lot to receive it, but it doesn't matter if nobody receives it. I have to say it before I get off YouTube. I have to say it. Because I have been through so much in my life. And I know many of you have. If you have a high calling of the heavens, you're going to go through it. And I mean, you're going to have beautiful days and you're going to have horrific days. One thing I don't like is the separation in the remnant. There's two things going on. Anti-age movement, which is like all religions are one. That's what they're trying to bring up. And the other is the separation within the remnant, where not understanding certain things. So there's a lot of carelessness to comment on posts that are very helpful. Some of us have been told not to comment, but for the ones that have been told to comment, because that comment will lead me to work, to ministry that I don't have the time for right now. It really leads to ministry. But on my channel even, I work so hard to talk to everyone and welcome new subscribers. And I get no comment. No, hello, sister. How are you, sister? I appreciate all of you. For those that are new, I appreciate you being here. That's usually how it's supposed to go on the platform. This is why the Most High is going to have me leave YouTube. Because in order for me to be prosperous and abundant in finances, I have to leave. Because the ministry has changed to where now entertainment is what a platform is. There is entertainment where no one, unless something is being sold or a book is being written or something on that platform, nobody wants to engage. So it puts a lot of pressure on who's making a video, getting you real feedback of truth and light and wisdom and understanding of the Holy Spirit. And there's no hello. Yes, there have been times where I've slacked on that because of my life. This is my home, my actual residence, this car. I don't shower in the car. I do sleep in the car. I've had so many different positions and jobs and projects. When I'm in the house with my husband, my son is somewhere else. When I'm with my son, getting my son to work, my son and I have time. My son is somewhere else. This is the way my marriage had to go. We couldn't be as one family because we have two whole families merging together, but actually it's just him and I now merging. I don't want to go too much into that. It's personal. But for instance, my mother is just the witchcraft and the cult that she's in and the sadness of it really takes a toll on me. It takes a toll on me. Why aren't you two in the same house? Well, there's other people in that house. That house isn't a property situation. So you have to be on a lease until the home is fully purchased. There's a lot of things that come into a covenant marriage. And this is also for a certain brother. Don't do what you're doing. Meaning, it's okay to email me, but understand, if a brother or a sister says they're going to do something and they don't, that's your word. I owe my son money, and the reason why I say that is because he was helpful when I first had to start dealing with the situation with the vehicle, and I purchased the car and everything. I pay a car loan every month, a leasing loan. I wanted to trade this vehicle in at some point, but I have to say this. His settlement, so he helped me not have to work for a few months so I could do the ministry, so I could be on YouTube, so I could start writing, dealing with my purpose. So that money I'm giving back to my son because that's part of his savings for him to do his businesses, the ministry that he's called to do, whatever that is. Okay? Being a businessman, there's a lot going to happen this year where I know myself and my son, I know we are called. I especially have to get a group of people, young boys together to do delivery, to do certain things. There will be no delivery. There are food shortages. You have to be vaccinated to drive a CDL truck. There's a lot of things that I'm going to do for the brethren around the world. So that babies get their food. And it brings tears to my eyes because I understand it's so hard to get those to do what you know the Holy Spirit has told them to do. And they don't hear. Even my own children have a hard time with this. Knowing what they were born to do and actually fulfilling it because they're young. These young 16, 17, 18, 19, 21, 22-year-olds are having a hard time. It's different than when I was growing up. They have a hard time just doing what they're told. They have a hard time with it. They're distracted because they hate wearing the mask. They don't want a vaccine anyway. and having to wear a mask at work, or having to wear a mask at school, or having to wear a mask to go anywhere fun. I keep telling them, you cannot do those fun things. Forget bowling, forget all these skating, all the things you enjoy doing. Life is different. We're in a whole new world order type situation. It's not the same as it was when I was growing up. You're gonna have to wear a mask to go to those places now, or be vaccinated. And since you're not, the mask is the cover-up. The mask is what the devil wants. He's putting the veil back on. He wants the mask on. So you have no freedom, no liberty, no justice, no love, no joy, no Holy Spirit, no nothing. So you're basically having to do what the devil wants to be a part of the matrix. That's what it really is. Let's be honest, brethren. That's what it is. So with that being said, the struggles are harder for me to daily even have gas in the car, to daily do things, because the jobs and the things that are offered to me now after January, excuse me, my nose is running, yes, I'm teary. Now those things that are asked to do after this year, this new year, their new year, false new year, excuse me, because of that, brethren, it causes you to have to live and do different. You're having to barter with the system to be a part of it, to feed your family, to pay your bills. That's why getting your own business, having your own business, excuse me, I need some hand sanitizer after blowing my nose. And doing all that causes you to be a part of that matrix. It causes you to be a part of what they want, not what the Most High is wanting. So the Most High puts you in positions where either you don't have to wear a mask, you're in a certain state, you don't have to be vaccinated, things can work in His glory, for Him, the way He wants you to do things. And at that same time, it puts you in a position to eat different, to eat less, to do less, to be less in the environment that the masses are in, because these people that are vaccinated are changing and acting crazy. Okay, demons everywhere. So, with that being said, this is my surrounding. This is my home. I have my coffee cup. Okay. My blankets, my life, as far as everything I need in the trunk. Okay? I couldn't go to my mother's. I was told, do not go back there. Do not live there. Didn't matter if my son had to stay there for a while, off and on, or certain days of the week. Other family member coming there, them doing work outside the home. The point is, I was told not to do that, so I fulfilled that promise, and it's been 8 months. I have not been back to my mother. So if I have a hard day where I'm on empty, I have no gas in the car, and I'm pouring all my finances into my businesses, okay? And advancing with spiritual understanding and spices and things like that. When that happens, you have no funds. You're pouring into where the funds need to go. All your bills, your car, everything to maintain, because this is my home. If you don't pay your rent, you don't have your home. If I don't pay my car payment or my lease, you don't have your insurance, things happen, right? It's the same thing with the vehicles, right? It's the same exact thing. So you pour those finances into that to make sure everything is working and running accordingly. You're having the basic necessities, your laundry, things like that. So when I get cleaned up, and it's not in the nature, and I'm at my husband's house, that's his house, things he has to take care of there. Okay? Trying to buy land. When you're someone trying to save for land, when you're someone that wants to put homes on land for brethren to be a part of and teenagers to come to and things like that, it costs a lot of money. So when you're not getting money in the ministry, someone does a beautiful blessing. The Most High will send someone to give me $20 out of nowhere. Those are the brethren that help. They're not people that aren't Christ-like. They're people that love Christ. In my area, I've never met. However, on YouTube, on Social media, there is no support. I don't get support. I get support by subscribers and those listening. I don't get support by comments. And that is something I miss and I would love to see. Sorry, my pieces of hair that have come out of my scalp are a little bit shedding. I've been trying to edge that correctly, so I'm cutting my hair correctly because I'm not going to pay for anyone to do my hair. I'll do my own braids, everything. I'm not paying for anyone to do it. And the Most High has given me gift of hands and healing to bake bread without yeast and everything. So my hands do the needling. My hands. That's what creates it. Now, when this cuts off, I will make a part 2. This is like kind of the end of everything personal I'm going to share with you, because after that, I will no longer be sharing anything personal on YouTube. Outside of what the Most High has told me to say, and that'll be that. And you won't see me anymore on YouTube. You'll see me doing business somewhere else, but no more YouTube. And I know it's dragged out longer, and thankfully the Most High has just been patient with my phone and everything. So your money doesn't go to clothing. Your money doesn't go to new shoes like they should, like you need, things like that. So there's jobs I pass up. There's positions I pass up because I don't have the business attire like I used to. Or I've been offered a position to make food. Actually, make food in a warehouse kitchen. I mean, natural food for a harvest company. And the name has harvest in it. For like Whole Foods, New Seasons, places like that, from scratch. Good money, overtime, but there's soap on the ground. I could fall. I need my legs. I could fall. It's cold in the warehouse. I'm in cold already. So I'm not going to do it. But I knew that the Most High was with me.